Legend has it that certain objects, if exposed to the passage of time for over 99 years, can acquire a spiritual essence. When these items are either carelessly discarded after long years of use, or if the owner harbors intense feelings of longing and reluctance towards the object, they may transform into yokai known as Tsukumogami or artifact spirits. Not all of these yokai are necessarily malevolent, but they are not entirely harmless to humans either. Today, we will delve into the mysterious aspects of their existence. I'm Mr. Yao, and welcome to the Leyenda Yokai channel. Here, I explore famous yokai and urban legends. If you're into these topics, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. In ancient Japan, people believed that all things possessed a spirit, and Tsukumogami were seen as a manifestation of this idea. A Tsukumogami refers to objects that have endured through long years of use. According to legend, when an item has accompanied its owner for nearly 100 years, it may gain a soul and consciousness, and thus awaken. The origins of this belief can be traced back to the Heian period. Early writings mention that objects reaching 99 years stand at a delicate threshold, as if waiting for one final step before transforming into yokai. By the Edo period, the idea had become more widespread, and many ukiyo-e prints and illustrated scrolls depicted Tsukumogami. One famous example is the Tsukumogami Imaki, which shows everyday tools turning into monsters and parading through the streets. So why do Tsukumogami appear? On one hand, they symbolize people's reverence for old possessions. Ancient folk feared that if they carelessly discarded objects that had served them for many years, those items might harbor resentment, become yokai, and seek revenge. On the other hand, Tsukumogami also reflect a sense of gratitude and respect for the things we use. If cherished and cared for, even when transformed into yokai, they could take on a gentler nature, or perhaps even help humans. In various stories, Tsukumogami take on countless strange forms. Some appear as Ittan Momen, a strip of cloth that soars through the night sky and attacks passersby. Others resemble the Kasa Obake, an old umbrella with a single large eye and a long tongue. Its appearance both comical and unsettling. There is also the Nurikabe, which becomes an invisible wall blocking the path, leaving travelers confused and afraid. Although these tales sound eerie and frightening, they actually reflect the respect that people in ancient times held toward everyday objects. Even the most ordinary item, if used for many years, neglected, or burdened with too much emotion, could be imagined as gaining a will of its own. For this reason, people believe that everything, even simple tools, should be treated with respect. In Japanese folklore, there is a creature known as Kasa Obake. Its appearance is that of an umbrella, characterized by a single eye, a protruding tongue, a single leg, and often dressed in traditional Japanese geta sandals. Kasa Obake is said to be a Chinese umbrella that was collected for 100 years during the Edo period. This umbrella was exquisitely crafted with intricate and beautiful designs, revered as a work of art passed down through generations. Due to the continuous warfare among feudal lords during that turbulent era, the Chinese umbrella eventually faced the fate of abandonment, absorbing the essence of countless nights and days over more than a century. It transformed into a yokai known as Kasa Obake. Kasa Obake is typically depicted as a one-eyed umbrella with a single leg hopping around. However, At times, they may exhibit additional features like 2 arms or 2 eyes. Their personality is mischievous, as these yokai beings delight in appearing on rainy nights and playfully engaging with solitary pedestrians. They hop around in front of individuals, giving the impression of wanting to play. Most ordinary people would flee upon encountering such a creature, but some bolder individuals might choose to engage in playful interaction with this yokai. After playing with Kasa Obake on a rainy night, if satisfied, Kasa Obake might generously offer itself for the person to use as an umbrella. While it is feasible to use Kasa Obake as an umbrella, one would hope for calm weather at this point. Otherwise, both Kasa Obake and the user might be blown into the sky by a strong wind, disappearing without a trace, never to be seen again. Ittan Momen is a yokai in Japanese folklore. The term tan includes the unit of area measurement in Japan, roughly equivalent to 990 square meters today. Momen refers to cotton, specifically fabric made from cotton. The overall appearance of the yokai, Ittan Momen, is that of a long strip of cotton cloth, often depicted as a white, supernatural being. Legend has it that whenever someone walks alone at night, Ittan Momen has the chance to appear. It entwines around people's necks, covering their faces, causing them to suffocate and perish. Additionally, Ittan Momen can swiftly take flight while still wrapped around its target, carrying the person into the air. The earliest tales of Ittan Momen originated in Kagoshima, and in the Takayama region of Kagoshima Prefecture, there were rumors of a murder attributed to Ittan Momen. The victim reportedly died from suffocation, leading locals to believe that the person had been strangled by Ittan Momen wrapping around their head. Moreover, there is a legend that recounts an incident where a samurai was attacked by Ittan Momen. Fortunately, the vigilant samurai swiftly unsheathed his sword, slashing at Ittan Momen and severing a portion of it. The creature, thwarted by the attack, fled the scene, leaving the samurai's blade stained with blood. In many regions of Japan, there are widespread rumors of Ittan Momen sightings. Consequently, many parents use the threat of Ittan Momen's appearance to scare their children who are returning home late after playing outside. This tactic is employed to discourage their children from venturing out at night. As for the existence of Ittan Momen as a real yokai, we have no way to verify. However, the prevailing belief is that the legend of Ittan Momen being rumored to appear only at night may have originated from a time when parents, engaged in agricultural activities throughout the day, couldn't supervise their children. Therefore, the story of Ittan Momen might have served as a cautionary tale to warn against the dangers of staying out too late. Nurikabe is a yokai passed down in the northern part of Kyushu, Japan. According to legend, when a traveler walks the streets at night, an invisible wall suddenly appears, blocking their path. Even if one attempts to pass through the wall, it continues to move left and right, preventing the traveler from advancing. This yokai named Nurikabe translates to plaster wall. It manifests as an unseen wall, obstructing or misleading travelers during their nocturnal journeys. Nurikabe is quite tall, designed to prevent people from climbing over it. It is also wide enough to hinder anyone attempting to go around it, ensuring that those targeted by it are destined to be trapped. However, there is a method of escape. Striking the lower half of the wall with a hard object can make Nurikabe disappear. However, one must avoid striking the upper half of the wall, as it will provoke Nurikabe. In this enraged state, it will open its red eyes and collapses, crushing the person who struck it. The reason why Nurikabe plays tricks on travelers is said to be because it originates from a transformed tanuki, a raccoon. In ancient Japan, people believed that tanuki could shapeshift by placing a leaf on their forehead, allowing them to take on various forms. Nurikabe is considered to be one of these transformations. Tanuki are known for their mischievous nature, and it's not hard to imagine that even after transforming into Nurikabe, they would continue to play tricks on travelers. The legend of Nurikabe also has another version, found in the Hyakki Yago Amaki. In this version, Nurikabe is depicted as a three-eyed creature resembling a lion or a dog. Distinct from the wall-like Nurikabe known for its mischievous pranks. The three-eyed lion-dog version of Nurikabe is portrayed as a more ferocious yokai that attacks humans. According to the legend, certain walls conceal the yokai Nurikabe. When someone approaches, the wall emits a low growling sound resembling a dog's bark. If the person hears it but chooses not to respond or pretends not to hear, Nurikabe emerges from the wall and drags the individual inside to devour them. But if the person chooses to respond to Nurikabe, the yokai will joyfully emerge from the wall to play with them. However, Nurikabe doesn't control its strength, and the person's fate can be equally dismal. The most effective way to escape is to start running upon hearing Nurikabe's low growling sound, heading towards a place with other people. While Nurikabe may give chase, like most yokai, it avoids crowded areas. Therefore, it tends to disappear when other people are around. After reading the 3 stories above, I wonder if you've noticed a common theme? As clever as you are, you've probably guessed it, the advice to avoid going out late at night. The stories all emphasize the potential dangers of venturing out after dark, encouraging people to stay in the safety of their homes. In Japanese folklore, nighttime is often considered a prime time for yokai and supernatural phenomena. So, it's indeed a wise suggestion to stay indoors, watch my videos, and get some rest early when the night is deep. If you enjoy my channel, please help by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time.